So last year I created this video, and to my surprise it got a lot of views and also a lot of emotions and opinions. Well, maybe I don't have to tell you this. I would much rather show you. Look for yourself, people. Okay, I realize that most people are saying this strategy doesn't work, but also there's other people on the other side who are saying this. Well, I'm here today to show you that this strategy works. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to do that by exactly starting off with placing my live trades and showing you my exact account. Now, after that, I'll show you the strategy and also some changes that I did to the strategy to make it more accurate. Okay, so I've just placed a few trades here on volatility 75 index, and these are the trades that I will show you how to do. And luckily, these trades are in profit. As you can see right here, my account have made like $2,000, but trust me, this account started from $43, and so I've just closed one of the trades here to protect the account. But in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how are you going to place trades like this to be able to grow any account, and hopefully you can make money, because this strategy has been working very nice for me on volatility 75 index. So I want to show you how to do it, what is the things that you need to do and the things that you need to avoid so that you can make money in the market. Now, before we move forward into the strategy itself and how it works, I want to address one of the biggest questions that people had on the previous video, which was what is the time frame that I need to use, and also what is the zoom level that I need to use. For the time frame, I want to tell you this. Whenever you hear someone talking about the time frame, you have to understand that the time frame that you are using in the market does not matter. Why? Because the same price action that happens in small accounts also happens in small time frames, also happens in bigger time frames. So if you can see a double top, a head and shoulder, a break and retest on a 1 minute time frame, it simply means that you can also see those things on a higher time frame. But the difference is, for the higher time frame, you're going to be waiting longer for the patterns to be created, and also for the smaller time frames, you are going to be getting more frequent trades. But now, the bigger time frames also allows you to be in a trade for a long period of time, and one of your trades can make 7 or 8 times bigger trades than the one of a smaller time frame. Because if you think about it, if you are entering your trades based on the double top of a 1 minute time frame, maybe that double top is going to give you maybe 10 to 15 pips after you place the trade. But then if you see a double top on a daily time frame, that same double top can give you about 200 pips with the move that comes after the double top. Now the difference is, if you are using a smaller account, you just need to make sure that you place bigger trades, but you don't stay in the market for a long period of time. Now if you are trading on a higher time frame, you want to accommodate a bigger stop loss, so you want to place a smaller lot size, and then you will be in the trade for a longer period of time. So whatever time frame you're going to use, all you need to do is make sure that it fits the lot size and the amount of time you want to be in the trade. Now, according to me myself, this strategy, I use it on the 5 minute time frame, and the zoom level that I want to use is, I want to zoom out the chart to make sure that my screen is as small as possible. This means that I don't get a lot of signals. But whenever I get a signal, I'm gonna get a lot of pips. If the trade goes right, I'm gonna make a lot of money with one trade. Now let's jump into the strategy, and let me show you how you are going to be placing your trades. Now, here is how the strategy itself works. So first of all, go to volatility 75 index. Do not trade any other instrument that is not volatility 75 index. Why am I saying this? Because this video is all about growing a small account, and there is no better instrument to do that than volatility 75 index. I'm going to give you an example. Think about if you had placed your trade right here, right, and the market moved all the way up to here. How much money do you think would you have made here? So if you placed a smallest lot size here, the amount of money that you could have made from this point right here to this point right here, you could have made maybe around $40 or more. So this is an instrument that trend a lot. So if you look at all these swings, there's a lot of chances to make money using this. You can see right here, there's a lot of chances for you to make money with this. So anytime if you get a chance to get into a bigger trend, you can make a lot of money. You can see how big these swings are. So what we are trying to do is just try to catch one of these swings and your account will grow very fast. Now, here's what you need to do. Go to indicators and go to main chart and find the RSI. So what you want to do is you want to find the RSI, Relative Strength Index. Now, what you do with the RSI is first click here where it says tile and make it white. Or if you are using the dark background, you make it black. Now go to levels and then put level 20 and level 80 right here, and then you click save. Now if you go back, you can see that we have the RSI here, which have got the 80 line and the 20, but we don't have the actual line itself. We don't need that line. Now go back to the RSI. Now I want you to go back and then you want to place the MACD. Once you place the MACD, change these colors to blue and red, and you can put this to blue and red so that you can see this clearly. Keep the settings as it is and then you click save. You are going to see your MACD coming on top of the RSI like this. Now you can see that from here, when the MACD crosses below the RSI level 20 here, and then it happens around this point, and then what happened next is, as this was going up, also this was going up. This is exactly the situation that we want. So you can see that for me, I'm zooming in like this so that you can see clearly where are the crossovers that I'm talking about. But if you are trading, you want to zoom out your chart like this. Why? Because I want to make sure that if you get one move right here, which is right here, when the market makes this big move, you'll be in profit. And I'll tell you when exactly to enter. Now, if you do this, you're going to see that here the crossover happened, the market pushed up. Here again, the crossover happened on top, and then the market pushed down, and now it's still pushing down as I'm recording this video. You will see again that here we had the crossover happening right here, and it's right here, and then after that, what do you see? The market pushing all the way to the downside. Again, if you look at this point right here, so if I do this, so again, if you look at this point right here, you look at this point, you're going to see that after the crossover, the market pushed all the way down. Now you can see a lot of examples where this happens. So whenever the big moves come, the MACD have to go above or below the RSI for the big move to start. Now, when exactly do you place the trade? So don't just say it have crossed and you start placing the trade. You want to add another indicator. So go back to your indicator tab. Now, do not place on chart 1, place on indicator window 1, and then you place that. You go to moving average. Once you go to moving average, put your period to 3, and then put your pixels. Maybe I'll put green, put whatever color you want, but for this case, I'll put green so that it's clear to see. Now, once you do that, go here where it says apply to. What you want to do here is you want to make sure that you click here and click previous indicators data. Make sure it's on apply to previous indicators data. Once you do that, click save. And here you can see that we have another line that is coming on top of the moving average. Now, here's the strategy. Step 1, zoom out your chart like this. Make the candles as small as possible. Step number 2, wait for the MACD to go above or below of the RSI line like this or this, right? Once that happens, the next thing that you want to do is once you are zoomed out and you see this happening, the second step that you can zoom out a little bit, and then you want to wait for the crossover of these two lines. the green line and the red line. Remember, the green line is the moving average and the red line is on the MACD. Once this happens, in this case, it happened right here, which was also right here. So if this happens, that means you are catching a very good move. If you look back again, this is when it happens. It happens around this zone. Now, you can see that the market went up and then reversed before it goes up, but then it actually went up. So what happens here is, if you try to do this moving the chart backward like this, you're going to see that there's moments like this where the market repents. Look at this. If you do this, you're going to see this market is below. But if I move it like this, you're going to see now it's not below. So what do you do this when it happens? Well, what happens here, if you go back like this, this happens. But if you are moving forward with the chart like this, right? If you are moving forward like this with the chart, and if this happens, you are going to see it happening. It doesn't repaint. Like here, you can see the crossover. It's happening around this zone. So you can see there's a crossover right here. It's happening. So you sell. Now you sell because you don't know what happened next, because it's in real time. After you sell, you can see the market pushed up and then crosses all the way down. Now, so what do? You wait for the crossover to, if the crossover happens above, like here, this is the crossover, you sell. And if the crossover happens on the bottom side, right, like this, right here, this is where you buy. The time is, the crossover might happen and then the market will not go where you want it to go. What happens when you do that? That is exactly why I'm saying making money with a very small account is not a guaranteed. There is chances of losing. But using this strategy, if you catch one or two of these moves in the beginning of your account growth, then the account is going to maybe triple or quadruple. So you don't have to worry about what about the losses that are going to come.